Good morning, Chit Chat Kit Kats. I've got on the We Will Not Go Back, Lady Liberty, We Will Not Go Back shirt today. What, Miss Lily? What? I was really surprised yesterday when I left the puppies in the car and wanted to see what they would do while I was gone. Because what is with your hair this morning? You are having a bad hair day, Miss Lily. She's got a cowlick up here this morning. You're having a bad hair day, Miss Lily. You are. But, yeah, when I'm in the car, they're barking like, insanity. I left the car and they were quiet as mice. Nothing. There were people walking by. There were cars coming by. They were, the things that they will bark endlessly about on the bark. What they're on the bark and the scream and the whine about when I'm in the car. When I left the car, absolutely nothing. The minute I get back in the car, here they go again. I wish I could have that silence when I'm in the car. I wish this could be reversed, that they'd bark and go crazy when I'm out of the car versus when I'm in it. But apparently, yeah, they think that they are the bark and whine security system, and they just go absolutely ape when I'm in the car. The worst is when we go to Dutch Brothers. They want their Milky Bone, and they come over to do the order. And the minute they start walking away from the car, these two go ballistic. I mean, just screaming. Come back, come back. Okay. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I mean, the cacophony of sound when we go through there and they take the order. And the minute they start walking away is when these two just ballistic. Everybody's looking at you when you go through there because these two are just unhinged. Unhinged. It's because they like the people. And when they see people, they'll bark and bark and bark and want to be petted. And don't understand that the barking makes people afraid of them. And they're not going to get the petting that they want because it's all about the attention. They're trying to get their attention to come back and pet me. And yeah. Oh, mercy. So, yeah, what to do with these two. But it was really eye-opening when I left that camera on and saw that when I'm in there, when I'm going, Lily's over there getting her drink and they go and they're looking at everything and watching and, I think I'll do another one of these when I go and I'm gone for a little bit, for a longer time, having to go in and do grocery shopping or something like that. Because this was a very short term. I just had to go in, drop off this envelope to be mailed out and then came back. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see. Now, I still have somebody that had sent an email that says that I have their debit card because they joined a membership thing. So I have their debit card. So just go ahead and charge their debit card and send them 2 transfers. Well, I don't have anybody's debit card. Okay, I sent an email back, but I haven't heard them respond back yet. So yeah, if you're listening, I do not have anybody's debit card ever. Okay. Oh, Lord. So I cannot charge your debit card. You have to follow the protocol. If you do want the transfers, you go through PayPal. Okay. And you'll see that I don't have a membership button at all anymore, anything. So those things should be canceled. Okay, those things should be canceled because I don't usually have the membership things. Now, if you enjoy the channel, you want to send a small donation on occasion, that's fabulous. If you don't, you don't. You know, it's not about the making of, you know, trying to get that. And, you know, I keep getting these things now that the channel's getting larger of companies wanting me to do, you know, these advertisements and things for them, but I'm not going to do that on my channel. I'm not going to, you know, I hate that. I hate watching channels and you're watching a thing and halfway in it they break in and they start talking about some product. I'm not going to do that on here, okay? I refuse. I don't want to do memberships and I don't want to do product sales through here, okay? I want to keep this channel open, you know, and again, if you enjoy it, you know, once in a while send a donation, but not everybody's got money for that. And you know, again, it's not something that I am out there really hawking, but I do appreciate for those that do subscribe and give a thumbs up or a thumbs down because that does help the channel to be seen. Okay, that does get things out there. And again, if there's something on here that you enjoy, go ahead and put it on your channel or on your Facebook or whatever, you know, if you want to share it, share it. That's all great, all fabulous. But I do enjoy everybody that's here, and thank you for that. Thank you for saying that you enjoy the content, etc., etc., etc. Now, I think I finally got the thing. I'm going to do the near-death experience channel tomorrow evening. We finally got this worked out. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I totally missed it. I didn't see that they changed it from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Well, 7 a.m. is not going to work. I've got puppies. I've got to get up. I've got to get dressed. I've got to take care of them. I've got, you know, a 7 a.m. No way. I hadn't seen that they had changed the time from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So that didn't work. And so, yeah. But we did get it straightened out, so it will be done tomorrow. And when it's going up on the channel, I have no idea, but I'll let you know. I have no idea what they're going to ask. And it's not something that I chase. I don't chase interviews and things like that, self-promotion of that type of stuff. I just don't chase it, okay? So, anyway, that's kind of what's happening. Yeah, it's kind of what's happening here. Now, I did get a birthday gift that came in, but it's, somebody was asking if I'm a Leo. No, my birthday's in a couple days. Okay. So I'm definitely not a Leo. Okay. And here's one of my gifts that came, and this is so cute. I'm going to put this in the gypsy. Look at that, a little angel. Look how cute that is. I'm going to put that up in the cosmic gypsy to go with me. So, yeah, love that. And that little heart, look how cute that is. I just keep that over here on my cards. I just think that's so cute. So lots of goodies, and then I got a necklace as well. What do you call it? Ouroboros, the snake that eats its tail. This is a carved piece, but it's on its way now. It's on its way up to New York because I'm going to have it modified a bit, okay? But because it's a black, it's about that big around, okay? But you'll see when it comes back what I'm having done with it, okay? So it's going to be pretty cool when it comes back, and I'll explain it all when it comes back, because it's got a lot of symbolic meaning and things, and so we'll go over that when that comes back. But yeah, really, so I'll be 75 in U.S. terms. In Asian terms, I'll be 76, because they start out with one when you're born. It's 1 year. Okay, one. So 76 Oriental time and 75. So I say, you know, I've seen 75 coming up, 75 summers. Okay? It makes it sound so much easier than saying 75 years. That sounds long. You say 75 summers, that doesn't seem so long. Okay? Same amount of time, but it just sounds so much better. I've seen 75, I'm almost coming up on 75 summers. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, no, that's coming up in a couple of days. Yeah. Can't believe it. Yeah. I outlived my mother by quite some time. My mother passed when she was 50. She had just turned 50. And I had no idea she had a heart problem. I didn't know it until the day she died. And the day she died, the minute we came back from the hospital, my father wanted everything of hers out of the house immediately. The day she died, yeah. And I went in the bathroom and I saw heart medication. She had nitroglycerin pills. I had no idea. No idea. But apparently, the doctor said if she'd been on the operating room table, they couldn't have saved her. She had some sort of something with the valve that was defective, okay? But of course, my father, being what he is, blamed me for her death. I got the blame for everything. Yeah. I caused her to have a defective valve, and I was the reason for her death. Yes. Yeah. He was just absolutely had a mental problem. Okay. Absolutely had a mental problem. But that's another story. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I've outlived her by a significant amount of time already. Just, yeah, kind of unbelievable. But, yeah, that's coming up. Anyway, on that note, I think I'll leave that here. Today, I don't have really anything planned. Like most days, I don't have things planned. I never plan ahead because, you know, things are so changeable. Now, somebody was just asking me to do a reading on 2 months from now, what's going to be happening. You know, well, when it comes to those things, you know, we're in the middle of flux all the time. Things are changeable, okay? So there is no hard and fast thing with that. The reading, you could do a reading and 10 seconds later, it could be changed because there's a change, because we have free will, okay? So that energy is always in flux, always in change. That's why I don't do so many readings on, you know, future things, because it is so the only constant is change, okay? And that's what Buddha would always say. The reason for people's pain and things is they don't want change. And things are always changing. It's changing from second to second, okay? Second to second, things are changing, okay? So that's just the way that the universe works, yeah, in the midst of change. So that's one reason that I don't ever plan things, because usually if I try to plan something, it'll come up and there'll be a change in it, okay? I just don't plan. Oh, you've got plans, huh? It's kind of, the universe says that. Oh, you think so, huh? Well, we'll just see about that. So I've learned to just go with the flow of the moment. I never make plans, never make changes. Now, another thing that happens with realization, that when there's a big consciousness shift, people say, aren't you excited about this or excited about that? No, because you are fully in the moment. You don't go in the past, okay? You're not ruminating about past stuff, and you're not projecting into the future. It just doesn't happen, okay? It doesn't happen. So, no, there's no excitement about things coming up. And the thing about time, it becomes, you're waiting and you go to do something, and then the minute it's finished, it's like, wasn't that going to happen? It's that type of thing. It's a whole different dynamic that takes place with realization. There is no anticipation, okay? I don't do celebratory things, really. I don't do really big decorating for Halloween or Christmas or any of those things. I just don't do it. It's another day. It's another element, okay? So it's just not something anymore. Again, those things are anticipatory. People are getting amped up for it, etc., and put their emotions out there on that. That doesn't happen anymore. You are in just that steady place. I call a 0 point balance, okay? So those things, you just don't have that emotional pull with those things any longer. Just don't. It's a radical change. Before realization, you look forward to those things and, get amped up and, afterwards, no, it's just a steady. So those are major shifts that happen. So I go with the flow. It's moment to moment, the eternality of now, this change, this shift that takes place. And I don't make plans. I don't get excited. I don't get anxious. I don't get none of those things. Okay, they're gone. They're gone. The ability to hate anyone is gone. You don't like what they're doing, but the person, no, it's impossible. Okay, it's impossible. That emotion is eliminated. Okay? It just doesn't exist. And that's really hard to explain to people, how that shift takes place. Okay? But that's the reality of it. Okay? That's the reality of it. I hear people, I hate Trump, I hate this, I hate that. Well, that's out the window. Okay? Yeah, he's a disgusting person. I agree. Totally disgusting. Okay? But hating is, you can't hate anyone. Okay? It doesn't happen. So that's kind of some of the shifts that are coming for humanity anyway. Okay. The shift into an enlightenment, those are the things that take place. Okay. It's a huge shift for your reality-based, huge shift that takes place. You go from hanging on the edge of the wheel, is the way I say it. You know, when you're in the mindset of the hamster wheel going on and you're, you know, regurgitating the past or you're projecting into the future and the mind spin is going. So it's like that. You're in this thing. But when it goes to realization, it's like you drop into the hub and you watch these things spinning around. Okay? That's the difference. It's like dropping into the center of it and it's spinning around. But you're not hanging on for dear life any longer. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that's what takes place, and that's the change that's coming for humanity. You know, as you go forward, again, keep living those things of honesty, integrity, transparency, sacredness, and simplicity, and you'll continue to move forward to that. You know, that's why I say don't put on these things and grouse about this person and grouse about that person and in this angst and anger and drama, because it affords nothing. Doesn't change the situation. It just gets you caught up in this mental hamster wheel of drama, okay, that doesn't need to be there. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.